There's no mid-utility at all, though, for TYLOO, and I wonder if Heroic... They won't second guess. They're going to follow through, but it is suspicious that there's been no sound made in the middle. They're going to follow through anyway. So early smoke going up towards Donut. Molotov to clear out the corner here. Jamyoung in the front, and he's going to take the first headshot of the series, dropping Youngster to begin with. Still, the bomb plant should be following through here. So for Heroic, it's not all bad.
Yeah, and TYLOO, they've got a nice surround, lots of angles of attack. Once these smokes dissipate, they're going to be able to find these engagements. This, play through the smoke there is looking very aggressive here, not panning out at all there for Heroic. TYLOO with every single kill, LNZ trying to defend on the lonesome, 1 versus 4. Not looking good here for this pistol, and indeed TYLOO will pick it up. Great round from them.
Heroic are another team that actually are pretty good at taking mid-control on this map. Later on, hopefully we get a chance to see that with xFloud. He's just kind of a champion for running that down. Youngster again dropped early on here, but I do like the attempt at the flashbang there, and xFloud getting close enough that it's dangerous. That's another headshot with the MAC-10, and G's going to be careful he doesn't run out of bullets. He's done a fine job already getting the double kill, and I think that will be enough. It's a bit of an expensive round here so far for TYLOO, but just because of the health that's left on Tania, he shouldn't be able to win this one. Good spacing and a good double peek on this one, so 3 casualties on the CT side, but they denied the bomb plant, and it was a force-up for Heroic, so they're going to get a chance to relax a little bit more in the next round anyway. Like I said, Heroic are pretty good at taking mid-control. I do think TYLOO a lot of the time just won't fight for it anyway. So staying a little bit further back, like they are now, towards Donut, towards middle. G will find that headshot. Whatever, man. Okay.
That's a nice one. Yeah, those lineups towards the cat jump up there.
Is it worth it to keep going? You've got red room control. I think they feel so spotted out there that it's better to just fall back. You're playing right into the stack otherwise. So back towards Donut, and funnily enough, this actually could work out. If they push A and get the kill on the one anchor that's still hanging around, because actually TYLOO were pushing out of the site here. So Jamyoung is nearby looking for something. It's LNC going down as they try to transition onto the A bomb site. Bomb attempted, but they just line up and no bomb being planted here. Tania about to get rushed down. Fantastic headshot coming out, but still, is TYLOO keeping it alive? You've ended up with a couple of weird buys in a lot of rounds here, so I'm sure they knew that could happen, but very clearly was a plan to try and put enough pressure on TYLOO that they would buckle at the beginning of the game, and that just hasn't happened. So Roja just swinging wide, and it was Mercury on the other side. So they were trying to do this classic pincer movement from the B bomb site with some nice grenades being thrown from inside the site as well. They're going to lose G at the beginning of it too. And finally, there's another player that's 4 at the start of the round towards the B bomb site. Still, Heroic, if they give up this round, I think that's when the real calamity could begin, because this is pretty much gifted to you at the start by TYLOO trying to change the pace, which is also in itself kind of interesting for TYLOO. Like, we've been talking about how defensive they've been, so the fact that they try in the 5th round to sort of really change things around is pretty cool.
I mean, there's a chance here still for Jamyoung and Attacker. Jamyoung in that deep position. If Attacker can maybe find... I mean, they are getting blocked by smoke, so it's getting even more uncomfortable here. But the smokes might even be a benefit, giving you some more space to work. It allows Attacker into the site to play off of his teammate in ahead of one of the kills, but there's just simply too many angles to look at at once. Felt like maybe there was a world, but it will get shut down. And that is definitely a much-needed round by Heroic. But I think one thing, Anders, that's interesting is that
are preoccupied with something else. They're running back and forth and trying to dodge the wallbang, and suddenly you're there. Another mid-control here for Heroic. And again, TYLOO very far back, very defensive positions over at the B bomb. So it's just a single player.
Yeah, Jamyoung might be testing that red room smoke. And he's going to indeed find a forward kill, just finding xFloud by himself in mid. That's a big chunk of information. And at the same time, we've got Mercury very deep with the MP9, looking to get ahead of this push. Wow, LNZ is so ready for that one. Still though, 2 players here for TYLOO on the site. They need a monumentous defense here to give their teammates a chance to retake this. 1 kill is probably not good enough there for Jamyoung, with now Mosey stuck at the back of the site.
Bomb being planted here. The grenade's not going to be able to stop that. Some nice damage dished out at the end of it, but still means Heroic are able to find some good after-plant positions. They're not falling quite as far back as I was expecting. You could see some pies here. He wants to take the fight a little bit earlier, seeing if he can catch anyone. That's dangerous, but that is such a clean kill, though. Maybe it's not dangerous if you have those kind of mechanics. I was going to say maybe risking it a bit. He's back for another headshot. That is kind of terrifying for Sunpias. I want to see more of that. Listen, if he's going to have a game like that, then bring it. Let him get some more fights, because that just looked so incredibly clean. Very often, you know, I kind of get a sense that that's kind of the backbone of their maps. G back here, M4 in hand. Right position, a little bit of a boost up as well. They do kind of line up for him. The spray is not really good, but the USPs are also doing damage, and he's getting a chance to reload. It's actually kind of worked out now. CT spawn with the last couple of pistols here and chipping away at Sunpias, and I think he's realized it's not worth it. He's already low on health here. Tania, though, very nicely handled. And Mercury, he's picked up the M4, but a very hard round to win here.
I think don't have the armor as well. I think Tania heard him from Red Room, I believe.
Yeah.
But Mercury seems cognizant of it as well.
They're gonna fall back. I mean, it's frustrating, but honestly, saving the M4 might even be a good idea. Just think about the lack of armor and how much has to go right for this to really work out. Gonna be walking through the smoke, and with or without the helmet, he was gonna die there. Tania, good position. Another key player that you want to really show up here for any heroic game. Yeah, that's what they do. They use that smoke as a platform. It's a very heroic thing to do, to try and exploit the CT smoke to basically burst on through. So, seen them do this a couple of times already, and it's very, very hard to counter if you're on the CT side. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They're just gonna go through. Why not? A minute and 10 seconds, and they're walking straight into it. Moja is here. He's only just realized. I don't think they knew. Mercury definitely wasn't ready, and Jamyoung caught in the open. It's such an explosive hit.
And that was really close to going wrong there for Heroic as well, with that setup for the CTs on site, but creep here from Hataka. That's huge in mid. Taking down xCloud, that's the lurk dealt with. That's maybe one of the most dangerous players. That is the first stage. Now stage 2 is regrouping potentially, or at least finding a way to create some distraction for your teammate who is in CT, because they know where Attacker is. He's been making some noise, but the AWP really is the perfect weapon. It's a miss though, but still there's more angles to have to clear, to have to close down. Sunpias repositions into CT. Might be a chance here. Oh, might be a chance, but it won't pass. 4-4 as Heroic tie up the score here on Ancient.
Still haven't seen too many xCloud mid-takes where he actually gets to fight anyone, which is kind of a shame, because again, he's very good at having those kind of fights, but TYLOO just haven't given it to him. That's a running 5-7 to take down LNC, and a 4-on-5 to ensue here, which, if they can win this round, TYLOO, it would be a bit of a miracle. This is where you start to sort of realize there are no more smokes being thrown, there are no more grenades at all being thrown from the CT side, and that's probably an indication that they just don't have any. You know the economy is low no matter what here, so just waiting out the time is like you're winning half the round just by not having to push through any smokes. Friendly flashbang, nice, always a good idea. 24 seconds, and a missed opportunity there for Sunpias. I don't think it will really make a big difference. They have such limited weaponry, they don't have the kit, they don't have any utility here. Double push coming in towards the cave, and okay, a bit dangerous. Mercury with one more shot. It's Youngster and Sunpias now to try and hold on to the round. A flick that misses, now the spray is in, but he's all alone. Sunpias getting hunted down. Good headshot, swings for it now, dancing with the Glock on top, and he will save the team.
That was way too close. My goodness, Sunpias.
We're in round number 10, and they've only got 4 rounds on the CT side, and like I said, I think a lot of their strength is CT side play. Early aggression towards the A-bomb side. It's back to the same thing as in the pistol. You want to beat the timing here for the rotation, but Jamyoung has already got the headshot on one, but the trade is worth it. Even a 2 for 2, you'll take it.
Another one though. Oh, and another from Youngstar, not stopping the pace. Straight into Donut with 2 kills, and now, gee, I mean, the money is ruined. Really forced to save this AWP at this point, and I'm sure he's aware that they would expect that. They know an AWP's on deck. They're likely going to try to hunt this, and it's exactly what's happening. G is ready for it. Just have to hit the shot. He absolutely will. But now, position given, but nobody else nearby to punish. So G looks pretty good to save this now, but this is a shocking round.
6 rounds in a row, Dan. This has worked out really well. G, he's got the AWP, trying to get run boosted into the middle. I love this. Look at how aggressive it is.
Oh, nice from Jamyoung, though, to find the Deagle headshot. You can see G, after not getting the run boost timing, abandoning that, and that's obviously a great call, but AK found in the smoke. This is a fantastic pickup for Jamyoung. Look at the push coming in from the back. Attacker unable to find the kill, though, but still, some information. They spot 2 players, maybe even the bomb. I think it was potentially visible there for TYLOO, so they have some information. And they've got 3 players on this B side. They're all in the right place at the right time. G with the frag. And TYLOO might not have too much of a choice but to back away after that smoke.
Well, this is a bit of a different round. Thought it was going to be the AWP that was the real threat, but it starts with that Deagle headshot. I think it came right through. I don't think you saw anything. It was just shot through the smoke. Could they recover the round is the question for Heroic. G holding the angle. He is crazy for holding these angles for such a long time, but might have overstayed his welcome here. Dropping down low, and Sunpius hunting him. Another headshot. It's so quick. Back-to-back kills coming through for Heroic, and somehow they've pulled another one out. It's just going to be down to Jamyoung, and the fact is, you could even make an argument, I think, in terms of the money, that he should take the AWP and get it into the next round. Clutching this one is very tricky. And have a little bit of time here, but he's been spotted, and I just don't see this happening now. It's so rare that you're going to be able to isolate these 2 fights and get a 10-second defuse. That AWP is valuable.
Being held, though, by Sunpius. He won't allow it.
And in a weird kind of way, though normally it's very unusual, it's actually kind of hard to be up against. Nice shot in the middle here to begin with. It's X-Cloud. That's the kind of entry that we were talking about at the beginning. Flashed in by Sunpius. And a 4 versus 3 right away. He won't stop as well. He's in the donut position right now. Youngster, he's almost taken the A-bomb side.
Yeah, and he called to his teammate immediately. Get that bomb over to the site. And with that smoke down, it's going to allow that bomb to go down most likely. Heroic with decent amount of control there. Tossing the bomb across here so that the plant can go down finally. And here is a test. Osea making his way through the back here. Oh, baited there. Sunpius still in the back. G, though, with the trade, that might enable there to be a possible victory for TYLOO, but TYLOO on the flank might just ruin absolutely everything. Coming into the perfect timing, looking to maximize this one. No, come on, TYLOO! Brings out the knife, stabs Mercury in the back, and what does G make of this situation? Looking for the headshot there. It's not going to work out. At least we'll take down LNC, but against absolutely everything here. G trying to find the next kills, but the time is running so low. Another frag to be found, but Youngstar is the one to close it down, and it's so fitting that it's him.
So just a 1 smoke. Sunpius playing a very forward position here. See if he can land any nice USP shots right off the bat. He's tried it once there, sees a couple of more hanging out, so definitely going to be calling in for the cavalry at the moment. LNC goes down, and Attacker chips away. Sunpius eventually goes down. X-Cloud, the only one near at the donut. Okay, some backup is coming forward, so that's nice. But still, bomb is being planted just before the CTs get there. So it looks like they don't want to slow it down. They want to keep going. Youngstar's dead. The dualies are on the ground now. And TYLOO, could you really do this? It seems unlikely.
It's a smoke, though, to get himself out. There's a tap. There's a full defuse. Is he really going to stick this? There's no way. Comes off. I think heard the knife slashing away. Oh, gets a headshot onto Attacker. Now it starts to get a little bit awkward. If he can just find Mercury here. Mercury's going to be very cautious there, dodging into the smoke here, trying to evade. That's all he has to do, and I think he's done enough here. There really isn't time for this now with no kit. TYLOO wants to at least chase down this frag, but he's going to get denied. Mercury, really good play under pressure, and that's going to be the much-needed pistol there for TYLOO.
Close to T-spawn. He's pushing up the middle. Flank is happening. Here comes the early grenades. Nice kill. Jamyoung's going to be taking down X-Cloud, but still TYLOO is on the right path. He's still trying to get the flank in. They're jumping up with the MAC-10s close to the site here. 5-7 put into action as LNC takes down Mercury. The bomb is being planted on the other side now. Unfortunately for TYLOO, it looked like the opportunity for the big flank has kind of evaporated now. Right on top of each other like they were on the same team there. Attacker goes down and is traded, but I still think it's working out right now. TYLOO, they should be in a driving position to close this round out.
Yeah, G's done really good work there, getting those kills, and Jamyoung just turning the corner right at the end there after that round-the-world play. I think it's definitely helping them out.
Yes.
And having the AKs too. It looked like they struggled winning some of those battles, but in the second half, it is indeed a different story so far. And once again, we get more of a heavy presence outside of B.
Yeah, I mean, there's no smoke down here. What's happening for Heroic? Where's the smoke? Where's the incendiary? Why are they allowed to walk up like this? I think this is a big mistake right now for the CT side. You can't give them this kind of space. Attacker, unfortunately for him, was in the smoke, and Youngster was just out of it.
Outside of B at the moment, and so a lot of this really is on what Jamyoung can find, and mid is open, so he's going to be walking through Red Room. 40 seconds, so there is a potential for Jamyang to have some impact yet.
Yeah, you're right. Could be really interesting. Nice flashbang here. None of them are turned around. I can't believe LNC lives. That should and could have been a double spray down for Mercury. If he gets that, it's right back on. The round is open again, but unfortunately now, with 25 seconds, where the bomb is, I don't even think he can get there. If he runs knife out, maybe, but he's already conceded the round. They know it's not going to happen here. So Jamyang, nice to make it a bit more expensive. That's going to stack up along the the rest of the half here. But unfortunately, that double spray down, that's what they needed to really get into the game again. We'll be working the bomb sites. They have some utility. It's not that impressive, but it might be enough here. I think the entry is really what's going to make this work for the TYLOO side. If it is 30 seconds as they push through, and it's a very nice entry. Attacker spins and gets the headshot onto Youngster as well. And with the bomb planted here, Heroic, probably worth considering just saving. It's not as much fun, but that's just very aggressive.
But look at Jamyang. He's been playing the longest flank on this round. He is looking to fully punish these CTs. First headshot found. Can he get the next two? They've got to take him down, and they're going to trade him out. Sumpires, who else able to do that? But there are more members of the Horde on their way to run down the CTs. And, okay, another trade coming on through. They are hunting. They're going all the way for this, Anders.
Yeah, I mean, I don't actually mind. They have a little bit of money still left, but if they can take everything away, it's worth it. I would be a bit worried if they give over the AK, which it looks like they will. Tynir hiding in the donut. You can see G is running for him, bloodlust, but not quite able to get it. Tynir just barely stays alive. And that one AK run into him a couple of times, lurking around either donut or top mid, so they probably have a bit of a read on it. Early grenades. I'm trying to throw in that Molotov too, but Moshe is already down. That's a really good stoppage here. And now dancing around the pillar is LNC. That's so hard to stop. And there's just more people showing up. There's already a flank coming through the smoke behind them. So this round is probably dead no matter what here. xFloud with the MP9 just charging on through. But as is often the case when you try to go fast towards B, you have to get that entry. And this time it was Youngster just knocking him out.
Deep enough that HE really to get the full vision. Look, wow, we've got Marcia looking to just push this cave position, creating lots of threat, drawing the CTs into that outside B position, and at the same time, the rest of TYLOO are now working towards Donut, so a good level of distraction here, and with Jamyang getting the opening, a gun collected, the round is really on here for TYLOO.
Yeah, it's on Sumpires now, has to step it up, he misses the first shot, and then re-peeks into it before he could even really shoot, so an easy kill for Jamyang, 2 in the round so far, he can't get the third though. Tynir's crouched in as lightning fast, he's running and spraying, but G is there to stop the madness. Down to 7 health. What could Youngster do here? He's peeked through. They don't know about this yet, and the bomb is right there in front. If he had a smoke, he could put a lot of pressure on them, but he doesn't. And as a result, he has to go and find the kill. But look at how far away they are, Dan. They actually can't be found. They're playing hide and seek at a really, really big level here. I think Youngster's going to be so frustrated. He's like, why are they not on the site anywhere? Now he's made footsteps. It doesn't really matter. He's run out of time here. Just impressive work, especially for G. That double kill to slow it down, and then the fact that they didn't engage at all towards the end.
Hold on, Anders. We've got this push coming from Cat.
Yeah, you're right. Could actually be a bit of an issue with G boosted up on top here. There is a smoke that's keeping them back, but you're right, Dan. That's interesting.
It might be the one opportunity, because they're going to hear this play with the orb, and there they go, off of the flashbang. That's the moment. This is the moment for Heroic to spoil the round completely, and they've managed to do it. And this is going to force TYLOO to respond quickly, grab the bomb, go through Red Room, still try to find the plant in this 2v3.
Oh, the timing could be kind of weird right now. Molotov on the one side, they have a smoke. That's actually so helpful. That will give them a bit of safety to plant the bomb. And they have a couple of flashes, actually a lot of flashbangs on the T side. If they want to try and slow things down, they could do that even further. Sumpires almost running into the Mac 10. You've got to be careful about that. They don't have a kit either on the CT side. So if they want to go for the retake, which I'm sure they do, they need to be fast.
And with no Kevlar on 2 of the 3 players, that Mac 10 looks really nice. But there's that pressure, tapping the bomb. Really nice dodging, back and forth for Jamyang, but gets taken down from the side. And now the defuse will come in. Let's go! And that is a terrifying moment for TYLOO. Not a round that they were supposed to concede. They were supposed to get to 10-10 as the defuse comes in, and Heroic instead moved to 11-9. There's a really just basic setup here from Heroic as well. The only thing, though, is that they have given up mid control, and TYLOO have walked through mid a few times, and so this could be, one of the ways that TYLOO get the space they need. But they're going into Donut here, real fast, very fast trade, thanks to Mercury, and now lots of pressure into the air.
Yeah, and I think xCloud actually trying to play, a bit differently, because you could just throw the smoke and fall back, but I think he intentionally is trying to, dodge the meta and say, I'm going to throw the smoke and I'll push in front and you just won't be ready for it. But they were. TYLOO, you can't question the mechanics. It's something that they do so well. Sunpires gets one at the start of the retake here, but LNC dropped as he tried to go in through the middle. Youngster and Sunpires, this is really high risk here. You could end up giving away everything, and you don't really have a deep bank either. It's Sunpires now with the AWP, and obviously the truth has set in. Reality has come back to haunt him. Can't win this round any longer, especially not without the kit here. So it will be a 10th round for TYLOO, and this is going to make it so dramatic. We're getting to a stage now in the game where whoever loses this, it will have a big emotional toll on them. Let's see, we're into it now, 11-10. Heroic still looking pretty good. TYLOO with more of a default, but they are looking to maybe flash over into the middle. A lot of flashbangs, in fact, and he's setting up Jamyoung to get a bit of a double spray down. That's, I think, in total 4 flashes going over for that fight, and they kind of evened it out, which is still probably worth it.
And getting aggressive here as well, looking for information. That's a beautiful play there from Sunpires. They would love to try to punish this, and they'll be able to take down LNZ, and that does leave Sunpires alone on the site just for a moment as his teammate tries to get there. And with the smokes assisting, that might be possible. The damage off the spray, it's so close. Sunpires down to 20, xCloud down to 39, and TYLOO, they have over a minute to play this map with,
If they walk into the AWP, that could just be the end of it.
Yes, it's a really good setup for Heroic. They've guessed correctly, it seems. TYLOO waiting about 30 seconds before going for the re-hit. About standard timing here, but the AWP is the answer. Oh my God, it's a double! It didn't have to be, but it was 12-10. What a way to clinch that one. Heroic looking good here. Because we're into what could be the final round of the first map here in this best of 3. And, the smoke gets blown open, but to the detriment of the CT, xCloud goes down. And now you've got a desperate situation for Heroic. They're trying to move here to respond, Anders, and they do.
Yeah, Moshe's pushing up, but I don't mind that. Oh, the rest of the team weren't ready to do anything with it. Where's everybody else? Now, they're going to be pushing through the smoke over here, walking straight into Youngster. He is thinking about it. He is aware that they could be coming around. Otherwise, he wouldn't take this position. But let's see if they actually do that synchronicity here or just one at a time. They're going to shoot him through the smoke. I guess that's another way to do it. Wasn't expecting that at all. LNC not really clearing the corner, but he will get the kill anyway. And suddenly, it's back in the favor of Heroic here. 2 versus 3. Bomb is not planted yet, and Sunpires, he doesn't get the shot this time. G finds him with the Deagle running into Tanir. What on earth is that? LNC trying to get closer. I don't know what G just did. I don't think he'll be replicated either. He didn't even stop. He wants to get another shot off. And now the grenades are coming in. They have one on Mercury. One deep dunk here, and they're going to be able to get another round on the board, but he's got his rifle out. He doesn't want to throw any grenades. LNC with a swing, and Mercury with a headshot, and get another round for TYLOO as they get all the way to the final one. One chance at overtime.
What a hero play from G, because in that 2v2 or 2v3, they could not plant the bomb. This situation, they can't plant the bomb because the CTs are there. If one goes to plant, it's all over. G makes the play. He is the hero. That's what they needed in that moment. Wow, that's so sick from G.
This is exactly the kind of round that can work as well. Very dangerous with the 5-7 up close. They can get the elevated MP9, early grenade. Shot not quite connecting. Very nicely done for attacker, honestly. Sunpire's going to get knocked out. Overtime looking more likely. xCloud with a big opportunity to get a double kill, but he will only get the 1. 2 versus 3 now. Bomb about to be planted in a pretty safe position. A nightmare retake here for Heroic to try and avoid overtime. It looks like TYLOO are determined.
Yeah, such strong positions. LNZ and Youngster, is there anything to be found on the ground? Well, there's the step made.
I mean, they can't be silent. They have to just go for it here. It's a 10-second defuse, so yeah, throw in the smoke, but that doesn't help that much. They've tapped it once. I don't even think TYLOO are buying it. They know it's not going to happen. G with the final kill, and we are in overtime. What a return after losing 8 rounds in the opening half in a row. That's Heroic winning 8 in a row and TYLOO losing 8 in a row. All right, early basic standard grenades coming out here. We're in overtime. Into the middle we go. It's a nice swing. But again, the counter utility is pretty good to TYLOO. Very nearly getting the kill. And actually, Attacker will just not stop here. He gets the one onto Sunpius. 3, and with just 4 health left. That is a heroic effort, but unfortunately for Heroic, it's on Attacker. They'll plant the bomb to follow it, and I don't think there's anything they could do here for the retake. It's not worth it.
That's going to be interesting to see if they can solve that in the overtime.
So the range at which Attacker is taking those fights is optimal when he gets flashed in from T-Spawn himself. And this is the reason why a lot of CT teams want to run boost CTs close to the wall, because then those spawn flashes don't work anymore. So there's a reason why you're trying to, one, you want to run boost over the Molotov, but more than anything, you want to hug the wall that's close to T-Spawn in the middle. 40 seconds though. He just wants to put down the smoke, but honestly, at this rate, even if he puts it down, they might not even fall back. Push coming in. They wanted to push even more than that. Sunpius does get the kill. Nice timing on the smoke. They have to go through. It's not a choice they can make it. They just must do it. There's no time left. Attacker gets one. Mojo on the follow-up headshot. They've beat the smoke. Now they're through. Bomb being planted on the other side, and Mercury stopping any attempt at a flank coming in. So well done, but so high risk as well for TYLOO. So this is the round I was talking about earlier, right? They've heard all the grenades in middle, so they know that it was an early big mid stack coming out from Heroic, and now they're going fast towards the A-bomb side. It's pretty much textbook for what TYLOO like to do. xFloud not going to be able to pick it up. It's Mojo on the double opening instead, and a bomb plant soon to follow. What a great time to call this. They hear the double Molotov, double HE or whatever it was in the middle. They knew how many TTs were in there. Youngsters going down now. A swing around the corner as they try and hunt Sunpius, and he's very nearly dead. And I don't think this retake's going to be very possible either. LNC, he wants to walk through the smoke there. It's fading right in front of him, but the Attacker is more than ready, and Sunpius doesn't have the health for this. TYLOO looking to claim 3 in a row in the overtime. They might have just stolen this map away from Heroic. What an impressive beginning this is. Just, you know, for whatever reason, they didn't end up doing it, but some of those xFloud mid-takes, I still kind of want to see. He's really good at it. They've got Youngstar ready to flash on over. Speaking of which, that's exactly what they want to try and do, but Attacker is playing close enough that he doesn't get flashed. That's why you push up. Oh, they're playing this almost like it was a lesson in Counter-Strike on Ancient. 3 versus 5. A minute and 30 seconds left, and now they're in a lot of trouble here. TYLOO need but one more round, and they steal away the map pick for Heroic, and this series becomes way more interesting.
It's all about how you play this advantage now for TYLOO to close it. And they haven't given up all of the forward control. They've given up some of the more risky positions, but it's very hard for Heroic now to challenge. And there is a challenge. Sunpius kind of has to try something. Doesn't work. Same story for Tnir there. Now Youngstar, the last player here to prevent it, but no, 16-12. Unbelievable comeback coming in from TYLOO. They went 8 rounds unanswered, but still managed to force overtime. Still managed to take map 1. Heroic's choice.
It's a very early indication that we're going to see something towards the B-bomb site. But they're slow enough that they can change their minds. They're not fully committed to it at the moment. They do have the smoke and the Molotov here. Second map live now. Sunpius peek in. He knows that he could get shot from the top mid position. He's got no backup in there. So actually pretty good movement. Just the understanding to know that that was the real threat. They jump around the corner, looking to see if they can attack that catwalk position. Tnir falling back, 11 bullets, and he's not going to get a chance to get any kills there. Some counter utilities coming out. Sunpius going to get one onto Moja, but they need more out of the dualies here. The pressure is on, and G will find an equalizing headshot back into the 3v3, and they're actually escaping. Look at it. They're creating a path to the A-bomb site. The bomb is out of there. They are going to get the bomb plant, and look at this. Windows being held with a Glock already. And
he definitely heard Mercury, those 2 players. And as always, Young is on this lurk, but he's been outlurked. The lurk has been lurked upon, and G now defending on the sides, doing an excellent job, as we saw him do on Ancient, and now leaving Sunpius in the 1v2. Jump across info on 1 player, just moving very fast right now. Has to get these kills quickly. It's a double swing. Mercury picks up the headshot, and that's TYLOO with another pistol. Not the util as much as actually getting, okay, what is like some more of the more powerful weapons that we can get. A couple MP9s, a Scout, 2 Deagles, or rather 1 Deagle and 157. So dangerous. Gotta be so careful. Perfect opportunity for the MP9, but Mosea able to get the Galil out in the nick of time to take down LNC. And that's one of the dangerous weapons down and out for the counts.
Good utility here to try and get rid of anyone that's playing this position. You don't really want that. Jamyoung investigating. We're down to 35 seconds. I'm still not really worried for TYLOO. It is running the clock a bit low, but they're also a team that don't really mind that. And the power of this contact play. Oh, Youngster, 3 headshots! How is that allowed? I don't mind the contact, but that is outrageous. Mercury and Jamyoung now, the whole round has been blown apart by the Swede. And the question is there even a chance for a recovery here? Trying to find something. It's xFlower to go down. It's Youngster coming back in now. 4 kills as he wins the round for Heroic in a grotesque fashion.
That's why you buy a 5-7, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just Antares that can do it. It's definitely a scary weapon. Beautiful stuff there for Heroic, getting them right back into this one. And without a bomb plant, I'm curious what TYLOO will decide to do. Losing the AK as well. Oh, the timing is just too good for Youngster. Beautiful.
There's also nobody is holding that corner. What is the purpose of bringing 3 people there? Heroic obviously looking for a 3rd map here, which will be on train. I hope we get there. This has been such a great series so far. Stineer landing a couple of Galil kills in the middle. And they are creeping in. Tech9 is here, but the bomb is at top mid. And Sampires still with the scout, admittedly, but he's at least keeping an eye on this.
Is there a timing at any point for attacker? Because he did get into this position unknown. So there might be, well, some parts I don't think he's going to look for this. If he tries to cross the site, that's an opportunity for attacker. He's waiting for a moment just like this. He gets a couple of first bullets and he will get the kill here, but there's still more to be done. No HP to do it. And his teammates, I don't know how they're going to get into position here. They're trying to make their way forward, but Youngstar with that AK he collected is doing it justice. Great headshots. And that's the 2-1 now for Heroic. Well, TYLOO, you know, they are hitting they're looking to hit a specific timing, it seems, with this mid push, gathering everybody back through T-spawn with the bomb, trying to make their way forward. Nothing's been given here in mid. There's a flash! Oh, what a shot there from G! Finds the head and everything up with the AWP. This is a great way to start this push for TYLOO. The defense there under Dark is not going to work out. Mercury with the kill to Youngstar. Sampires gets traded out and the site has been lost, and it's all up to LNZ in the 1v3.
Just fair play to Sampires. He had a perfect read of what was coming. He knew there was a second player going through the smoke there. So yeah, just hang around here, hope that nobody exits this way, and then see if you can find a way to pick it up as they are running out of the site here. Bomb gonna go up, and just a really nice round. That early flick from G was just so quick, wasn't it? I mean, they're real far away from any kind of success, but they are doing it. Being held here at a range where you would expect the AK to win out, and well, reality actually matches expectation here. That's nice.
There we go. TYLOO are just too ready for it. But interestingly, you know, with that push, that does suggest to TYLOO as to like what Heroic knows about the round. So do TYLOO still want to commit into B? It looks like they are pretty set on doing that. And okay, if they're going to get all the kills, does it really matter where they go?
Just throwing back the FAMAS to take the fight. All right, he's going to go steal the AK. I mean, fair play. They are still kind of just pushing forward here. LNC could have been a sick double kill, but doesn't quite work out. Sampires, it's still weirdly winnable. They are kind of low on health here. Oh, but attacker's hiding and trying to buy a little bit of time. The bomb is just going to escape. Mercury has 1 health, and now the AK comes back out. Sampires, he needs this headshot before anything else happens. Jamyoung will be able to take him down. There was a big opportunity there. Could you imagine if he hits the shot on the bomb as it runs away? Then it's a 1v1 where he has all the advantage. You and me and 5 other people know what you're talking about. But I actually love that. I appreciate it, and shout out. Deep grenade, kind of dangerous. Yeah, he could have died trying to throw that. xFlower goes down. They do try for a bit of a crunch in the middle here, Heroic, but it's blown up in their faces. Not working out. Moja and Mercury, and now Attacker in the Palace has dropped Youngstar. Sampires and LNC way across the map, nowhere to help each other out here. I don't know. I mean, what could you do? Just such an overpowering first half right now for TYLOO, and that's in spite of the fact that Heroic won the second round and kind of stole it back early on. This is actually really worrying. I think I think Jason was saying a little bit on the desk there that it looked to him like Heroic were playing scared, and I can feel what he's talking about here too. A couple of moments where it's not as decisive, it's not as controlled as you would have liked. Jamyoung taking down Sunpius, and not a lot that...
I'd be surprised if we, get a tactical timeout, even for them to try to gather themselves and see if there is a tactical decision to be made.
I mean, again, the issue is because TYLOO played the early rounds pretty slowly. Oh, okay. Well, that's at least impressive. They don't care about the money loss that much, really, but obviously it's a bit annoying.
And this is a great round to go A, it seems, at least at the beginning. We do have some weapons here. Of course, the AK saved by LNZ. And he's actually in the position to challenge this. So, in fact, this could be a perfect round for Heroic to defend. And Youngstar does it again with the 5-7. And now there's just 3 left here for TYLOO. He's trying to scale on in, but the Chaos now, they just don't have the numbers. Again, it comes back to Youngstar and that 5-7 in Palace.
Yeah, they've also heard it, though. He was running back the whole way, so they definitely heard the footsteps. So at least TYLOO are going to probably be aware that it's likely the Orb's in a different position. 40 seconds, and it's right through the smoke. An annoying kill for TYLOO. Attacker goes down. LNC, is that going to spread to him? He's going to take the fight. I think it might have, yes. Tamir in the back, and it's a good little burst. He picks up another headshot. He's ready for a third, and very nearly could have taken down Moja. He has the bomb in the catwalk position here, so he can go back and pick it up, Moja, but he needs some help from Mercury. They are nearly lining up. This could be a bizarre spray down. Look at it! With the Galil in the back, and they both go down. 10 seconds. The bomb has been recovered now, and a disastrous round now for Heroic. It's up to xFlow to try and save the day.
Oh, it's going to be so hard. He grabs the AWP here. Is he going to go forward enough where he's committed? He might need a kill to give him that decision. The double peek certainly gives him the opportunity, swapping back out for the M4, closing the distance. That molly might force a reposition onto the left side. xFlow trying to find Mosea. 23 points of health. There's the tap. But what is the timing here for Mosea? He needs to go for a peek at some point, or he could just keep playing the dodging game, and he's doing a great job of it so far! Oh, he's managed to do it, juking for his life. And that is TYLOO winning again, another unlikely round from Heroic. TYLOO are keeping that slow pace that has been working for them on these gun rounds. Oh, a step there from Jamyoung. Is that going to encourage Tanir into anything? He's looking to look around the side, and he's actually nailed it. Catches Jamyoung, nobody to punish. It's a good early pickup for Heroic.
One of those two things really has to happen. We're down to 35 seconds.
And Tanir's ready for any shenanigans out of mid. Oh, he just has the timing. This unbelievable. Sees the scope, and xFlow peeks off of that. And it's looking too good right now for Heroic. Up to attacker against 4 players. 20 seconds to get the bomb down. And he's looking for the kill, but it's not going to go his way. 5-6. And Heroic, they are getting a lot of rounds considering how hard this first half has been. And that, I think, was perhaps one of their best, if not best, played round.
Because you don't know if you're Tanir whether or not you're about to get shot in the head from an AK in the middle. So he's just like, I have to get this kill no matter what. And that's a nice instinct to have, I think. That's a double smoke in the mid window. Don't think we need that. Flash going out for xFlow. There's nobody here, but it's a nice attempt anyway. Heroic, this round is almost gifted to them right off the bat. It's going to be a lot in the middle. xFlow only getting the one here, and LNC actually the one to go down. Tanir was elsewhere. That's suspicious. If TYLOO know that LNC is anchoring B, they've got to be wondering, why on earth was he there? Tanir gets one in the window. They should know there's no one at the B bomb side, but unfortunately the bomb is stuck in here on Jamyoung, and he needs some backup. It's coming in from the other side. Youngster was not ready. Oh no, Heroic. How are they letting go of this round? It's Tanir battling his way through, jumping out of the window with the M4 to catch Jamyoung. A desperate play, but it's worked. He gets the headshot on the Mercury as well. What a way to finish that round.
They've got to be so pleased with that. And it's going to be for Heroic a quick play into the A sites. And we'll see if the headshots will go their way here, because that's all it really does come down to at the end of the day. And we've got Attacker, who's in that position that can be very easily isolated. G will try to take some contact here, take it, but the dualies at range here, just not finding the mark quickly enough. One headshot is not bad from Attacker, but it's his teammates that are managing to make up the difference. 4 versus 2 here, suddenly, as Heroic find themselves in trouble.
I don't know how Moja got the kill. That's with the smoke. I think it's just a random click. I don't think he could have seen that. There's no way. They've already used the Molotov. And now in the 2 versus 4, this is almost impossible to hold off. TYLOO are coming for that retake. It's Jamyoung with another headshot on LNC, and Tania gets completely overwhelmed. G with a good couple of kills in the round.
A lot of tension here. TYLOO start to investigate. The timing is going to be very interesting, forcing all the fights now all at once here in middle. 2 kills going the way of TYLOO, though. The trades aren't bad. Mac 10 from Youngstar doing the damage and now opening up that connector position. But Attacker is on the other end. He could be the last bastion here. The defense on that A side, but he's gone into the smoke, and Youngstar's absolutely had him. And that's crushed the round now. There's nothing, doesn't seem like there's much left to work with. The Jamyoung tries as he might with that MP9.
Yeah, I think you're right. Unfortunately, just already with the low health and everything else. If he had 100 health here, it'd be very, very interesting. He's got the kits, but is there even an opportunity? They have helmets as well on the other side, so it's not like he can just, you know, pick up a quick headshot on it, maybe on Youngstar, but yeah, he's already decided to step away. That's a crazy fight in the middle.
Well, it's going to be a straight B pop, it seems, from Heroic. A couple players here to defend for TYLOO. Good defensive smoke there from Jamyoung. M4, 5-7, there's definitely a lot to work with here for the CT side. TYLOO trying to get as much as they can done with this. A couple kills, holding onto position, trying to keep that position alive as long as possible, but it will get removed. And it's a long flank, but for that flank to really be activated, G's got to get some work done with the scout.
Good job on Heroic to slow this down. There were a lot of different ways this could have gone completely off the rails. The flank should be expected by now. It's like you're going to be watching for this timing. So, yeah, you're right. The scout probably has to do something to offset the defense a bit. He's trying to put some pressure on, but he does go down. Attacker will pick up the 1, looking for the headshot, and xCloud will keep it alive. So, very close round, to be honest. Obviously, Heroic excited to win it, but xCloud navigating his way forward. He sees just the top of the helmet there. Won't find the headshot though, and Moja, this is simultaneously could be a surprise position. It could also be very dangerous. They're in front here, and actually xCloud just didn't seem like he was ready. Kind of running and shooting into the window a little bit, and ends up going down. So nice start for TYLOO. Gonna slow down Heroic an enormous amount.
Yeah, that's the most forward player by far gone. So all that map control kind of goes away with it. So there's a resmoke to window, and they also smoke up Cat as well. So, or that's a CT smoke. So it's going to be Heroic now trying to move into this A site. 3 players there. That's a big pick off there onto G. This is going to create a huge problem for Attacker. He's essentially alone now. Yeah,
LNC stepping up in a big way. He's up to 15 kills with Youngstar, matching that number by getting the kill onto Attacker. And in spite of the early entry there, or the first kill in the round, they're going the way of TYLOO in a pretty easy fashion. They just completely get destroyed, and that was that connector play from LNC that really made the difference.
Yeah, that definitely tipped it for sure. Otherwise, you know, it was a decent start to the round for TYLOO. So it's one of those rounds where it's like, do we really need to think about like, oh, do we make a mistake? I don't think they really made any big mistakes there, but good play from Heroic. However, TYLOO might get more creative in the following rounds. Again, we talked about it. There's lots of ways to be aggressive. So you see these players getting hunted down.
I'd have to go back and check, but I wonder if they were playing like a 1-2 position in the middle where one of them is playing anti-flash. Okay. LNC, did he get the last one?
Yeah, I think so.
4 kills in the round with the Molotov. That's kind of interesting.
We have the full buy. AWP from G makes jump across. Elevated up on that fence. Can he find something over the top of the smoke? The answer's no.
Yeah. Flashes out. They're trying to get pretty close in here, but an easy shot from G will take down xCloud, and Youngstar is not long after him. 3 to 5 here. Just a couple of early engagements. Nothing really spectacular here, but we really only care about the result if you're TYLOO right now. You want to stop Heroic getting up to 12 rounds. Tania, though, that's scary. He could have easily won that fight. It's the kind of fight that he loves. LNC takes down G. That's an AWP that he peeks straight into and wins it somehow. LNC having himself a bit. He's not really meant to be the superstar of the team. Obviously, he's the captain here, but really good work. Sampayas unfortunately goes down, and it's too much to handle. Mercury getting the last one there.
Now we'll have G maybe going aggressive on the A ramp, and love to see this mix up on the AWP. Youngstar is taking down attacker, but so aware, but not aware enough. G finds another AWP headshot. Stunning stuff there, and that's a good trade, but still 4v4 for the T side as they start to collect themselves in mid towards connector.
That was low-key about to be a totally insane peek from Youngstar. If he hadn't got caught there, I would have been so sick to watch. Tania gets one, traded out very early on, and a flick that doesn't quite connect. xCloud still alive on the other side. They're going to try and push the site, and with this kill, they might just be able to. If he hits that shot, it's on. They get the bomb plant if they can, but now instead they've slowed down, and Jamyoung back to make it a quick double here. Sampaio's going to get killed by G, finding it with the AWP at the end. They survive with 3 people. Now they've got more of an economy. They've stolen the 2 AKs there on the CT side, and this is a lot more of a difficult game all of a sudden. TYLOO are right back in it. You can tell Mercury, the headshot, taking down xCloud 4 versus 5. Just not afraid to take that battle at all. Now Tania's going to be up to try and take a swing at them next, and I don't know if you heard the run through the connector. He might have to tell his teammates, but they still need some grenades to get around this corner. Tania's getting close now, but he's got to worry about his back as well. This Youngstar getting a headshot. The MAC-10 onto LNC, and a 3 versus 4 now. Fighting at all ranges there is Mosier, and he can't get more than the 1.
And they will be planting. Oh, big push around CT. Really fast pace from Youngstar for the flank. Now, if some players can delay long enough on the site, that flank can be activated. I don't think the TYLOO are going to look for it, but Sampaio does better than that. Takes down 1 player, and now Jamyoung, he's going to have to take down Sampaio and then do a 180 back to jungle as Sampaio looks, doesn't have any idea where Jamyoung is. There might be a chance here for Jamyoung to still find a way to take down both of these players, but he's running out of time here. The time is a huge problem. There's Jamyoung. There's the jump peak, finds it. Oh, Youngstar's going to finish it off there for Heroic, 12-9. And this is the most stressful game, I think, for Heroic possible.
And they are slow playing this one into the middle, just walking it here. It looks like we will finish at the A-bomb site, though.
There's a big flash play, though. That's a nice pick-off onto the catwalk position. And now you've got TYLOO in a difficult spot, but G, oh, the trade from xCloud is stunning. And attackers, he's looking to make some moves here. He kind of has to do something with this MP9 up onto the vase, and they definitely are aware that the shenanigans are possible here. You get Sampaio feels that he's ready for it. As soon as that smoke goes away, attacker is in trouble, but still finds it onto Sampaio somehow.
Mercury, pretty good spray down here, 40 seconds. Another 2v2, another chance here for TYLOO to extend the map a little bit longer. Jamyoung running and spraying, and oh, he taps away! That is as clean as it gets. Normally, when you have to transition from that kind of a spray into a tap, especially as you're running, I'm already having flashbacks to Ancient. I'm sure they are as well. Trying to go speedy towards the bomb site, but the counter grenades are coming out already. The SMGs are here to try and slow them down. It's very nice running headshots as Youngstar takes down 1. He's going to find Emoja as well with the stolen MP9. 3v3, and the bomb is planted, and suddenly TYLOO in a kind of a stressful position themselves here. They've got the kits, they've got the utility, but all it takes is one mistake here, and the map is gone.
They are closing in from all angles. Apartments, catwalk, and the shop as well. So we'll see what they can manage here. TYLOO, they just need 1 good opening. That's it! That is what they're looking for, but there is one in kind come from Youngstar. They're into the shop position. 2 versus 2 as Youngstar again! Heroic! They get themselves over the line, forcing a 3rd map in this series. Unbelievable stuff. Great temerity from them. It's Heroic on that T side of train. TYLOO on the CT side.
Already looking very much like a straight yard kind of play with maybe a little bit of a pop dog spice in there. They are putting a little bit of pressure on, but you could see the rest of them are set up for more of an A split. So they just want to check it. They're going to be running into Mercury here. The dualies early on. It's a lot of pressure. A second set of pistols are coming into it now, and that's a lot of danger. Attacker, 1 more headshot, takes down LNC. And now Tania has to try and recover the round out here. He does have a P250, but the bomb is lost in those back hallways. And how do you get into it? They've lost Sampaio as well. He got to throw that Molotov, and that was the only thing he got to do in the round. They didn't even really want to fight that much. They just wanted to clear the pop dog hallway here and then run onto the A bomb site. That was the whole plan from spawn for Heroic. But they got intercepted, and now they're in trouble.
Yeah, Tanir, it's such a difficult job to do. Tries to take the first fight. It is an isolated 1v1. That's a nice shot there, Tanir. If he's able to follow this one up, there goes the flashbang, but it's the dually from attacker that foil Heroic in this opening pistol of Train.
I think that they're managed to frame it nicely. So much on the line here for TYLOO in terms of putting their country on the map in a more important way. Attacker does get 2, but honestly, this is a very nice push. The bomb is right there. If they could take out Moja, there's a chance for a plant, or maybe G, they jump on top of him, and Moja's gonna get traded out too. Sampayas with an eagle and a headshot to take down the last player. That happened so quickly, and you could tell how uncomfortable they were, TYLOO. Nobody had any space to stand on.
Oh, respect that. Big respect on the CZ75. In comes a multitude of players, though, from Heroic. Can we get any value from this? Oh, okay, the CZ's back. 2 quick kills. The pistols are actually crushing the push from Heroic. Wow, putting the clinic on, just as was done to them on Mirage.
Well, that just made this game much more interesting. They will force up on the Heroic side. They don't care. They spent all the money. And again, they want to be very fast with it. Down Ivy as well. Hold on. This could be an opening kill. Yeah, Youngster, what a path to take. Helps out with a bit. LNC's back there somewhere still, trying to see if he could find a bit of an opening. And Tanir also just lurking around the smoke. They trade 2 for 1, though, TYLOO. So might be better to fall back here and play a bit more defensive. And I think that's what they're trying to do now. Back into C connector. I like this.
Yeah, totally falling off to regroup around the back. I'm a big fan of how active TYLOO are in the communication here to just create a play like this.
Yep.
Recognize the positioning, just completely change it. We'll see if it catches Heroic here. Peek from LNZ is going to find an isolated Jamyoung. Trade attempt is good from Mercury with the MP9. In comes Tanir, though. The AK in hand, it is going to devastate these players at these ranges. It's hard to peek into this. You need to get a rifle up against him. Sampayas with the Deagle, once again putting it on. And TYLOO, just G left in the 1v2 here. A kit is there, but G is waiting for the perfect moment. There's the spot. Oh, that had to be the headshot, surely. Is he going to go for the stick now? He is going to commit to this. And in comes Sampayas to finish it off for Heroic. And round we go.
4-2 lead in favor of Heroic already. The money pretty good on that T side. Yeah, they're in a good position right now. They're going to be able to TYLOO to see if they can turn it around. They don't yet have the AWP on G either. Look at xCloud. That is so aggressive. I kind of like it. And honestly, TYLOO didn't look like they were ready for it. If he hit that shot, I mean, then everything else can kind of follow behind it. But they need to win the first fight. Close corner against Moja. If they can't take him out, then they can't really progress beyond this. They just line up for him. The timing is epic. And Mercury's going to be taking down Tanir. So Sampayas...
This is backing away.
Yeah, what else?
It's like the Homer Simpson back into the bushes meme.
True. I mean, there's nothing for him to do, so I appreciate that. 40 seconds is a long time to be saving, to be honest. And on the one hand, you would love to hunt down this AWP, but on the other hand, you have so little money on the CT side. If you go for it, a little bit sometimes like pulling a thread on a really old sweater when you've only got 3 people out here. That's why a lot of the times you'll see 4 very late into the rounds here, because it is hard to hold on to. 30 seconds. They pull the trigger. They're not going to fall back now. Through the smoke they go, and Mercury, there's that opening shot. It just got a lot harder for the defense. 23 seconds. And the 4v4. They're running the bomb close, but they haven't slowed down a bit. Moja is the next to go down, and they know where attacker is. xCloud. Good conversion on the kill, and trying to get the spray down on top. He can't quite find the lineup. Jamyoung and G, 2 versus 2. It's still actually a really impressive round here out of TYLOO, but that crouching kill for xCloud might just seal the deal. Jamyoung, he doesn't have the health for it. Closer than I thought, to be honest.
All right, now TYLOO have forward players in the yard, just enough to scrape together a buy. And here comes a quick play out, and it's denied by Mercury. Good trades coming on through. Heroic want to keep pressing it, scaling into the site, but attacker denying some of the forward positions. It's really tough here for Heroic to work their way towards that A-bomb train. And now you've got Sampayas. Oh, he gets the connection, but he's going to get taken down. He doesn't get the fatal shot. And now Youngstar in a 1v3. And this is so incredibly hard. Gets legged down to 16. And it seems impossible now after that. Position known. There's the flank in. And there is a much-needed round coming in for TYLOO.
For the mix-up, it's looking like another split towards A. Down at the bottom of Ivy, forward position for Moshe. He gets surprised a bit. Doesn't win that fight.
Yeah, he was waiting for that too, and Ivy play. Oh, okay, so there's a trade. That's actually a huge kill to get. And we can see that Heroic kind of rotating out after the fact.
Just that one HE could devastate Heroic. 40 seconds on the clock now. Gonna put up a bit of a smoke to try and see if they can make the jump out. That's gonna be hard to hold. Oh, he's pulled out a grenade as well. He's not ready for this one. LNC takes him out. 30 seconds. It's a good find for G. He's already got 2. Might have to do a lot more work in this round, though. Mercury very nearly getting surprised, but somehow still wins the battle against Tanir. And now it's LNC and Sunpius here, kind of under a lot of pressure. They're a man down. The bomb is only just planted. And TYLOO looking for the retake. Don't have any real grenades left to really get the job done. How has he not got the kill yet? Finally, Mercury is going to go down, but still Sunpius, he struggled to find the kill on Attacker to start with, and he's still alive there somehow. Now they're hunting for him. Low on health, strong headshot to begin with, and can he find just one more click of the AK? He's not going to have the health for a long fight. Not that Attacker did either, but there's no kit. Oh no, I thought they had one somewhere on the site. Sunpius, in spite of going down, they still pick up the round. xCloud, see him trying to check it here. He's aware that someone could be right around the corner, but still almost gets jumped on. That's horrifying, but now he's got some backup with him. And G gonna get sandwiched. They're coming in from every angle. He can't stay alive here. Has to swing wide to try and get the job done. And actually, it's not bad, honestly. I don't know how you could have done more than that. Needed maybe the straight headshot onto Sunpius to actually get the kill, but bomb will be planted here. It's Jam Young picking up an MP9 and sneaking through the smoke. It's a good start as he gets Sunpius.
He spotted one more. He knows that there's a trade fragger somewhere, but not sure exactly where. Pulls out a nade. It's just not the right timing for that. And that's going to be the round for Heroic. 7-4.
If TYLOO could upset and take down a European team of Heroic's caliber, they've been playing so well throughout this whole series. They just barely lost the second map, and now here, things are desperate for the Chinese side. They need another round, and it's not going to start well here. It's Attacker going down at the beginning. It's a nice little setup there. They have almost no weapons with which to take the fight. Yeah, I think I can't even blame them for it, but they just have to gamble something. And they're expecting that it's going to be another B, because it's been A so much in the first half. They're probably a little bit brainwashed by everything that's been going on, but it is A once again. Heroic relentlessly testing that bomb site. They must have, I mean, they've done some great work coming into this game, Heroic. They knew that there was some kind of a weakness. There was some timing they could exploit on some of those A splits, and they are absolutely right. About to be 8 rounds here. This retake, I can't even imagine how this would work out. They don't have the kit. They don't have any utility really to speak of, and certainly not the weapons either. Tanir with a lot of damage. Down to Jam Young. MP9 in hand here, swinging for it, but Youngster will take him down. And an absolutely brutal lead here at the start of it for Heroic. I have some faith in them. I think they've shown a lot throughout the tournament already. I'd love to see them make a spectacular comeback being this far down.
All right, well, it's going to be a quick play on the inner halls, and out comes xCloud with those dualies, looking to deal the damage to death and destruction, but in fact, he's on the receiving end of all of that. Heroic looking to try to defend this B site, but can LNC get any more? Absolutely not. TYLOO striking with a vengeance here. They're going to likely win another pistol. 4v1 retake is just not very easy at all for Tanir. But the question, Anders, remains, will TYLOO win the following round if they are to close this one right now?
If they don't, then we pretty much have our answer for why they've ended up losing the series. I mean, it's just been given to us in that sense. I can't imagine that they don't do it.
Change that story here.
Yeah, they keep losing those. Very aggressive once again. Double push, and there's a player on the other side. So an attempted sandwich coming in. Not really working out at all. LNC running out of bullets. Otherwise, maybe. And actually, the fight continues. Hold the phone. Sunpius was there as well. They get the kill onto Mercury, and now it's a 2v2. Say it ain't so. The bomb is lost over here. TYLOO. This is not a way you want to leave the major. You keep winning the pistols. Now you've got to fight your way through. It's looking doable. Smoja getting the last one, but it is into the 1v1 as they just barely scrape across the line.
TYLOO looking to get out really quick here into the yard. They've managed to get one towards Olaf, so that's very nice. Attacker, how deep does he go? stuck in between the smoke and the train. He's got teammates also coming in from Ivy at the same time, so TYLOO really making this a dynamic round. xCloud is in trouble. Attacker is going to go down though, and that's going to make this push. Ivy, they are having second thoughts now. Now that Attack is dead, they are cancelling.
They are pushing up down towards Pop Dog now. Sunpire's been holding this the whole time, so he's scoped up. He can't really unscope now. He's just walking this distance, waiting for an opportunity. And he's going to get one as well. They're right around the corner, sneaking in. Nobody's ready. It's a 2-for-1 shot that almost devastates the Attack. Tenier is here to hold on, swinging into it. He just does have no respect for them at all. G goes down, and Jam Young, 1 versus 5. A suffocating round out of Heroic here.
Yeah, got to get some kills on board if possible. It doesn't look good right now from Jam Young's position. And that there's an AWP somewhere as well, and he's just going to get taken down. 5 players up there for Heroic. What a fantastic round. Really great read of the timing.
That's an important smoke to slow things down. Otherwise, Sunpires would have had a very clean shot. 30 seconds here. There's still only 2 people. There is an opportunity right now for TYLOO. If they get one entry, very clean, very fast, then it can be done. But it's not going to be for Moja, and a nice adjustment. He saw it coming. Sunpires hits the headshot. They finally get rid of xCloud, but time's running low. 18 seconds on the clock, and Attacker, he can't do it. Tenier doubling up a couple of kills at the end, and how much longer before the rest of Heroic start to rotate back? You could see them moving there at the X-ray at the corner of Youngstar's monitor.
They don't have the bomb, Anders.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't have the bomb.
But why, Dan?
Someone has to go back and get the bomb at some point, or they just have to kill everybody. They should definitely have the bomb right now, so this is a complete disaster. I don't know if anyone from Heroic is going to figure this out in time, but that's going to slow down this round. They've at least scaled. Heroic are already saving, and the bomb's not even gone down yet, so that's no harm, no foul.
Yeah, here we go, Dan. They're going to go.
We'll see if it works again. If it works once, can it work again? A leg shot onto Attacker. That's actually pretty important that he doesn't go down. And Youngstar takes one in the head. Still up though, still trying to fight. Really needs to get a kill here. He gets taken out, as does Sunpires, as does xCloud. And just like that, the CT retake seems to be falling apart. It's a nice killing consolation for LNC, but that's all that it feels like at this point. Saving the AWP is the best outcome, and another fast B round has worked for TYLOO. And so
it creates more space for the rest of Heroic to sort of try and retake the site. Ooh, Tenier, if he gets found, that's kind of interesting. Jam Young, not quite looking the right way, so Tenier will be all right. In fact, he's going to upgrade into the AK. But the game is opened up again. Yeah. I'm starting to get a little bit more curious here. Yeah, they're getting back into it. Everything could come down to Sunpires and whether or not he can find the early shot here. 3 of them around the corner. 28 seconds. He misses the first one and retreats back, but xCloud is there to try and follow it up, and now the pressure is on. They're hunting the Spanish sniper here. He's going to get the first one onto Moja. Under 20. They're out there with the bomb plant. They actually just ignore him. They say, fine, we'll leave you alone for the minute, get the bomb planted, and secure that much at the very least. But a man up still for Heroic, and now the retake is on. 2 of them coming in from this Ivy position with Youngstar. He's holding the C connector and trying to see if he can coordinate this. The timing of this retake is everything. A bit of a swing. Youngstar gets the shot and a headshot onto G. It looks easy. Heroic with a spectacular retake in the 4v3. Still only 3 here, but in a couple of seconds, one of them is going to rotate back. 30 seconds, it's essentially a repeat of the last round, but this time, Sunpires hits the first one, and he's going to stand his ground. He wants to send TYLOO home, wants to send it back from Austin. LNC goes down, but we're at 22 seconds. They're pushing him. They're all around, but missing a shot as well. 17 seconds. They found a way to crack through. Double kill for Moja. And now Youngstar is up on the train looking for the headshot. Bomb planted as they nearly line up for a double kill, but it will not be enough here. Heroic, it's going to take more effort.
That was desperate right to the end, but we're back into this, and it starts with Sunpires, a positional change, and he has a reward from that.
That is something that they have not seen before. He's pushed that ramp. They throw so many grenades at it that he's down to 48. They want to go back fishing at the B bomb site. Youngstar in front with a counter utility already in hand. He's got that incendiary going to toss it right on top, but they're pressuring him. He gets the one. Now lining up for a bit. It's a double headshot, and that should be enough. Youngstar with 3 kills in the round could send TYLOO home. G back here. What could you do? 30 seconds left. They are not even hunting him. They're just waiting. They're saying, fine, we've got the bomb. We've got everything. We can't lose this one. Point blank range using the AWP as a shotgun. But all of the work is still ahead of him. He turns the corner here. They know everything. Tanier's right there, just waiting for the smoke to fade. And G, his luck is up. Xflower to get it, and Heroic survive for one more match, sending TYLOO out of the major.